Hello, I'm a Smurf and welcome to a beautiful sunny day in the north, that rare occasion. Squeezing in some time for a little bit more work, putting the car back together again. Coupler's had a couple of coats of satin black just to stop it going rusty again. Nothing I can do for the adapter plate at the moment. That really needs pulling off and powder coating, but I'm not going to get around to that this time. I'll probably make a nicer one at some point, but it'll do for now. Or probably won't make a nicer one, I'll just put a bigger motor in. So I'm not going to bother with that. It's fairly hidden. I can always just slap some paint on it later if needs be. I've been around and tightened all the bolts, made sure that it's all staying tight, and it is. There was no movement in any of those. They're all torqued up nicely, so the motor's going nowhere. I've got the bolts that connect the gearbox. They've all had a good clean on the wire wheel to take any rust off those, so they're ready to go in. And I can get the gearbox and motor back together again, ready for reassembly. There we go, motor and gearbox back together again where they should be. So now I'm going to take this front motor mount off and cut it up a little bit so that we can modify it when the motor goes back in, back into the position that it should be, basically the position where the gearbox should be, to use a normal gear linkage and try and improve that shift action. So what we'll do is we'll slice it here, and you can see from this that my welder's perfectly capable of doing 6mm to 6mm. Just I didn't when I did this terrible weld. We'll slice it there. We might end up slicing it here and here as well, and remaking this plate. We shall see. The rear battery box mount is going to be the issue, because as you can see, these two riv nuts are relatively close to the front of the motor. If the motor shuffles forward even slightly, there's not going to be a huge amount of space for the rear battery box mount. So we might have to remake that or do something slightly different. First, let's get these very rusty bolts off, get this off, cut it here, clean it up here, and I've found, fortunately, a piece of leftover steel which should allow us to run from here, so weld an arm onto here, all the way over to the other motor mount. If we relocate the heater slightly from around here, so we'll take that off as well, so that's ready to cut up. There we go, the important bit's cleaned up. Might take a little bit more off that one actually. And I've cleaned up the bolts as well. Long term I'd love to passivate these or something so they don't go all rusty, but you know, lifelong projects and all that. It's another day later, and as you can see, it's absolutely shedding it down again. Quick lesson in parts shopping. I needed 2 dust covers for the centre shaft bearing because I absolutely mullered one of them and slightly bent the other one in taking it off in, as you saw, less than subtle fashion. So I was shopping around, and the cheapest I could find, I could only find one of them on eBay for £34 for a little disc of metal. I couldn't find the other one at all. They're both slightly different. So I thought I'd just give BMW a ring, call Williams in BMW, not the nearest big BMW dealership to me with their own parts department. Sure enough, there was only one of each in stock in the country, but instead of £34 a piece, it was £16 the pair. So I'm just off to go and pick those up now. There we go, there's the parts. A Staubschutz. Schutz sort of makes sense, I guess. Hopefully those are the right ones. Tiny little things for 16 quid, but yeah, sorted. Thank you very much, BMW, for being cheaper than the internet. Time to go back home. So today we are shooting for the newspaper. This is my friend Ian, the journalist. This is Paul, the photographer.
Hiya.
Perched precariously up a ladder, and here's all our bits laid out for the photo, which you'll be able to see at some point. You'll have to forgive my childish sense of humour, but this has tickled me. So, new bearing going on. How am I putting it on? I'm using this piece of pipe as a slide hammer. Yeah, it's actually working very well. It's almost like I'm familiar with this motion. There we go, my stubby little shifter is filling that hole nicely. Looks like I need to slightly tidy up the gaiter, but it's good. Next up, prop shaft. So I referred back to my photos to remember which way around it goes to keep it balanced. Big thanks to Boots Owen for the dirty great grippers to tighten up this little collar nut here. It doesn't need to be tight, very tight. I think it's 15 to 20 pounds is what I read. So, good and tight. Cool, so prop shaft, gear shifter back in. Next job is to pop the motor and gearbox back in. I did promise myself I was going to put on a lifting eye, and actually there is one on the motor already, and I realised I can actually just bolt one on to the gearbox side of the adapter plate. So that job, well, I seem to weld a nut to a bit of plate with a hole in it basically, and then I'll be able to use my balance bar to lift it out nice and easily. But for now, we'll stick to the strap. On. Here's a conundrum. Which way round does the donut go? 4 options. If there are protruding parts of the bushes, they go towards the prop shaft. There are no protrusions. Option 2. The arrows point towards the prop shaft. Okay, there's an arrow, so the prop shaft is that way, except there's an arrow going the other way. If you don't believe me, there's an arrow going one way, and there's an arrow going the other way, so that's no use. There's no heat shield, so figure 3 is no use, and figure 4, diese Seite so Gelenkwelle, doesn't exist. It does not say that anywhere on here. All I can assume is that SGF, Seite Gelenkwelle, it's not right, is towards the prop shaft. Googling required. Much Googling later, I found absolutely nothing. There's nothing to indicate which way around this should go. In spite of all the instructions telling you that it has to go the right way around. So, I'm going to lean towards this being the side facing the prop shaft, and this being the side facing the gearbox. And these arrows, apparently, they alternate to tell you to put the bolts through different ways. Helpful. It's in. Gearbox is all hooked up, and it shifts nicely. But what's wrong with this picture? It's sitting on the original unmodified motor mount. Now, I don't understand that. The gear linkage is about 2 centimetres longer than it was before. So this whole thing should be 2 centimeters further forward than it was before. And yet, the gearbox mounts are in, the motor mounts are in, and everything's good. Like I say, we have a nice crisp shift. Much crisper. Feels properly located and not like a bowl of porridge. So I'm absolutely delighted. I'm slightly annoyed that I already cut that motor mount apart. But hey ho, it's not a big job to re-weld this piece, and as you'll know, I've obviously got to re-weld this piece back on. I have got another one of those discs somewhere, which I shall have to find to sit on the other side. But yeah, that makes life much easier. So now we've just got this sitting perfectly located without any straps or jacks or anything, and I can just start making things up. So next step will be cardboard template, something that runs from here to here, remake this one and weld it properly this time, and probably rotate this round 90 degrees so that the heater's not in the way of this motor mount, and then we can stick everything else back on top of it and move on to thinking about the battery box. I've got to drain the power steering and swap this high pressure line over for one with a 90 degree banjo bolt on it so that it doesn't foul the battery box as much. And yeah, all good really. So that's part 1 of reassembly done. Fun day getting photographed for the newspaper. Some frustrating bits, trying to get particularly the pin that locks the gearbox shift linkage to the gearbox. Could not get pin in hole, not for the first time, but I got there in the end. But yeah, good progress. So next time, fabrication. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this. Please do like and subscribe and all the usual gubbins. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.